Welcome to All Car Review channel. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. At first blush, it's easy to write off the 2019 S60 as yet another take on Volvo's familiar formula. But look closer, spend some more time with this svelte Swedish sedan, and you'll see that, in many ways, it represents the best of what Volvo has to offer. Volvo introduced its Scalable Product Architecture, SPA, in 2014 with the launch of its XC90 SUV, and this modular platform now underpins every 60 and 90 series model in the company's portfolio. The S60 is the new kid, but incorporates all the tweaks Volvo has made to its SPA rubric over the years. It's even got a few performance tricks up its sleeve. The 2019 S60 is immediately recognizable as a modern Volvo. Thor's hammer LED running lights cut through the headlamp housings and extend inward toward the sedan's grille, while squared-off corners on the lower front fascia give the S60 a more assertive appearance than its larger S90 sibling. A long dash-to-axle ratio, especially for a front-wheel drive chassis, and interestingly, the only fixed-length part of the entire SPA architecture, in short rear deck give the S60 proper sports sedan proportions, while a chiseled rump prominently wears a bold taillight signature. Inside, it's a similar tale of familial resemblance. Every S60 gets Volvo's 9-inch Sensus infotainment touchscreen front and center, with a simple row of redundant controls below. Soft leathers, beautiful metal brightwork and open pour wood line the dash, doors and center console. The front seats are some of the most supple and supportive I've ever had the privilege of sitting in, and a low beltline and expansive windscreen offer a commanding view of the world outside. Rear passengers enjoy ample accommodations, the new S60's 3.8-inch longer wheelbase affording improved backseat legroom. With 13.8 cubic feet of cargo space, the S60's trunk is perfectly adequate for swallowing a week's worth of luggage, and the back seats fold for even more storage. But if frequent IKEA runs are your thing, see what I did there. You'll obviously be better off with a V60 wagon or XC90 SUV. If there's one area in which Volvo's interiors have tended to struggle, it's infotainment. Which is why I'm happy to report that the S60, and, in fact, all vehicles produced from here on out, get improved Sensus Connect hardware. Every new Sensus system gets an upgraded chipset, which Volvo says improves processing power by 50%. Key areas of improvement include a reduction in system startup time, historically a big problem, navigation processing and readiness to display the backup camera, ditto. And indeed, everything works as advertised. Sensus fires up right away, and quickly responds to inputs. Previously, Sensus was kind of like a teenager, slow to wake up, and if you asked it to do too much right away, it'd freak out and shut down. That should now be a thing of the past. Sensus still isn't perfect, of course. The home screen itself is easy to navigate and beautiful to behold, but various vehicle settings are scattered throughout menus located on different screens, or in drop-down menus. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are both included as standard equipment, however, and I love that the smartphone mirroring tech doesn't take over the entire Sensus display. It's housed in the bottom quadrant on the home screen, for you to expand and collapse as you wish. You can buy the S60 with the same T5, T6 and T8 twin-engine powertrains found in Volvo's other SPA models, which all center around a 2.0-liter gasoline i4 engine and an 8-speed automatic transmission. The T5 exclusively uses front-wheel drive, while the T6 and T8 send power to all four wheels. The T5 only adds a turbocharger to the 2.0-liter engine, resulting in a perfectly adequate 250 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. Opt for the T6 and Volvo throws a supercharger into the mix, as well, for increased output of 316 horsepower and 295 pound-feet, numbers that best its 2.0-liter equipped Audi A4, BMW 3 Series and Mercedes-Benz C-Class rivals. Volvo says an S60 T5 will accelerate to 60 miles per hour in 6.3 seconds, while the T6 AWD shaves a full second off that time. In T6R design spec, I find that the S60 eagerly hustles along the canyon roads north of Malibu, California. There's an instant of hesitation before the full torque thrust arrives at 2,200 RPMs, but power remains strong throughout the rest of the rev range in each gear. The automatic transmission shifts smoothly and doesn't require unnecessary coaxing to downshift for immediate power delivery. Steering wheel mounted paddle shifters are a nice touch, but do little to really enhance the drive. That's fine, because the T6 goes about its business with refined confidence. Not too hot, not too cold, the S60 drives with a demeanor that feels incredibly well-rounded for this sedan's intended purpose. It's wonderfully compliant and comfortable on long stretches of the 101 freeway, but offers torque reflexes when pushed around bends. I'd like a bit more weight to the steering effort in the car's standard mode, switching into dynamic fixes that, but generally speaking, the S60 is perfectly pleasant in all situations. It's easily as enjoyable as an Audi A4 or Mercedes C300. Instead, you'll be able to pick from Momentum, our design and inscription trims, starting at $35,800. Volvo is packing the base Momentum with lots of standard equipment too, including LED lights, 18-inch wheels, a panoramic sunroof and the company's city safety suite of driving aids, which includes collision warning with full auto brake, as well as pedestrian, cyclist and large animal detection. We don't do stupid things like lower options or trims, says Volvo North America CEO Anders Gustafsson. This car will absolutely not be a rental car. These are very well-spec'd cars. The S60R design starts at $41,900, while the more luxurious inscription comes in at $42,900.